the spoken word was sacred. You could not go back on it. Even if the commitment was given under misapprehension or obtained by deceit. Blessings were sacred and could not be revoked. With Rebekah's help, Jacob effectively stole his brother's birthright. Esau did not sell his birthright for a mess of pottage. I think that's the way it was taught when I was in Sunday school. Not necessarily true. Rebekah helped him steal it. Okay? When Esau is famished, Jacob, the little boy staying at home with Mama, has been cooking. And he's made lentil stew. And if you've never had lentil stew from that part of the world, you are missing something. It is great stuff. He smells it, he wants some, and Jacob insists that if he gets some lentil stew, he has to give him a sacred oath that he cannot go back on, that he will receive his brother's inheritance. Esau's been out in the country hunting for days. He's hungry, he's tired. He wants something to eat. His conniving little brother did exactly what his mom told him. Right. And there he is. Anyway, a little bit later, Isaac is blessing his sons. Instigated by his mama, Jacob pretends to be Esau and supplies a meal of goat or lamb while his brother is out hunting for the game that his father has requested. With Rebekah's help, he puts goat skins on his arms so he will feel like his hairy brother. He puts on his brother's clothes so he will smell like his brother. And he takes Daddy this lovely meal of goat. Isaac eats the food and blesses Jacob. Esau resolves to nullify the contract by killing his brother. Jacob is told by his mother that that's what's going on, and he takes off for Laban's. But this is not a case of Esau giving it up easily. Esau isn't even there. Esau is out trying to do what his daddy has asked him to do. Jacob, with Mama's help, steals the birthright. I want to talk, not necessarily tonight because we're running out of time, but I want to talk about the difference between what is legally possible and what is morally right. And we have a lawyer. So, and Matthew and I got into this Sunday about this. But is it fair to use legalism to get what you want if it's not morally yours?
Is it what?
Is
What's
it
the first word? I mean that.
Is it right?
Right.
Is it? It may be permissible, but is it right? Is it moral to? There's a legal contract here between Jacob and his father. If his father had not eaten the meal, there would have been no contract. But his father ate the meal. Therefore, his father must carry out his end of the bargain. That's the spoken contract. And Laban will pull the same
But he did it under
deal.
false pretext.
Huh?
It was under false pretext.
May have been, but the contract was there. There was a contract.
Would it have made a difference if Isaac, instead of saying my son, blah, blah, he had said, to my son Esau I grant?
No, if he had said that, probably he could have gotten away with it. But he didn't know it wasn't Esau.
That's why James II created Chancery Court.
But Laban's going to pull the same thing on Jacob that Jacob pulled on Esau. The contract is there. Jacob gets the benefit of the contract. Therefore, he has to carry out his end of the contract. It's called marriage in their case. When Jacob goes to marry, what's her name? Rachel. Laban pulls a stunt on him and slips in Leah for the night. If he had not slept with Leah, there would have been no contract. But he slept with Leah, therefore he has to, he has, what's the word I'm looking for?
Obligation?
Consummated the marriage, therefore he has to keep Leah. That's the contract that he made with Laban. "7 years he has waited. 7 years
Work.
for Rachel. Worked hard. As a contract shepherd, he has worked.
Didn't work all the time.
Must not have.
Turned out 12 children.
Anyway, before I want to talk about bride price in this. It's called a malkar, and it is not literally buying the bride, although in some cases it could be. But in this case, the money that the father gives goes to the father-in-law. And he can use it. He can get the benefit of it. He cannot spend the sum itself. He has to keep that sum intact. Because if anything happens to the parental fathers, he has to give that money to his daughters. It is their money. He has the use of it. He can buy animals with it. He can do all kinds of things with it, but it is not his.
It's a trust.
Yeah, he has it in trust for his daughters. They will get it if they are ever reduced to poverty because of death in the family. And the husband can use the money. Remember the story in the New Testament about the woman who looks for the coin? Okay. Think about Oriental women or women of the Middle East with the little string of coins on their foreheads. That's their bride money. And when she loses one of those coins, she's lost part of her bride money. And that's what she's looking for, is the coin that belongs on her headdress. Okay? I'm sure you have homes and would like to get to them. We'll talk more about Laban and Jacob and striving with God. Oh, and there's this lovely little piece about Rachel and Leah stealing the household gods. These are household gods. You can't see it too well on that, but in your packet, I think you have a better picture of them.
Yeah.
There's a little household, and little god figures, and these are the household gods that the girls make off with. Isn't that interesting? Pictures are wonderful. Okay. And Missy, let's differ for whether we're here next week